Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor. This is the update for, I believe it was Tuesday, but this is a re-upload. This is the first time I've had to do a re-upload due to sound issues. We had technical difficulties in the last video, and I do apologize for that. So that's why I'm re-uploading this. Uh, the reason why I'm re-uploading is because it's not so much that this information is relevant, because by now, you know, the stock market has changed quite a bit. It's been 48 hours, but we're just going to look at the highlights. And as if you can see at the bottom there, it says the video is about 30 minutes long, so I'm trying to save you some time by being more efficient this time around. So as we can see, the top loser was ATER. They were negative 39%. Support was a close second at 38%. And the big winner was JCS, 38%. So again, I'm going to try to be more efficient here. Just fast forward a little bit. As you can see, it does take a little time. And there were no buy opportunities there. And looking at IRNT, is for real, that was up 20%. That's a real good stock, but I wouldn't buy that at that price. Sava is down 11%. And who else is moving? Just scroll down. Metamaterials, we'll look into that. Besides that, I don't really see any big movers or shakers. ATIF was down 17%. And Bitcoin, 47,000. And we usually end it with AMC and GME, so let's do that. AMC ended 47.30 and GME 199. Looking at metamaterials, a little bit closer. The volume was 21 million, and that was over half, about 2/3. And the range was 511 to 577. So that's the story with metamaterials. We're trying to get over the $6 hump. Speculation is if we can get over $6, we will start a gamma squeeze. And there's a retweet from George talking about Metamaterials 2021. It's a conference. And looking at this, the people who are going to present, not so much the people, but the topics themselves are way over my pay grade. That's just from another planet right now. I don't really know what that's about. So there was a post from Metamaterial subreddit, and this is why I'm really doing this re-upload, talking about Dr. Jonathan Weldern, who founded DigiLens, but instead of competing with Meta, he decided to join them. And this post is saying, look at the positive PR from DigiLens, and you can see they have very good relationships with Samsung, among other people, and they also have a heads-up display AR for all car dashboards. So it's hard to say whether all these technologies are just being absorbed by metamaterials. Probably not, but there's also a chance they might. So Mitsubishi, they also have a relationship with them, and Niantic as well. But overall, yeah, it is very positive. So I'm glad this poster pointed that out. Again, looking at Oilco, this is a company that George owns. They have 275 million outstanding shares. So that's going to be interesting to watch. This post is talking about Sage and metamaterials and how they are really going to revolutionize the energy sector. And this is the main reason why I'm uploading this or re-recording it. is because of this sector, this energy sector. We often talk about metamaterials in terms of aerospace, aviation, even chip making, potentially medical devices, EV sector, but we don't really talk about their possible impact on the energy sector and how that is a possible revenue source. So this video is talking about how plutons, talking about igneous rock. So, but to put it in a nutshell, geothermal energy. There's a post here or a slide that really displays the potential and the reality, not just the potential, but even the reality of just how economically viable this is, not only economically, but also energy efficiency as well. There's so many pluses. So, talking about geothermal energy, I'm just going to look at the highlight here. Again, this was a 30-minute video, so I'm cutting it down big time. Um, so, talking about the possibilities of geothermal energy, and I looked at the international global geothermal market, and so many countries are getting into this because they do uh, recognize this as a very good opportunity to not only increase their energy efficiency, but it's clean energy as well. Um, okay, I'm just going to fast forward. So this might be the one. Yeah, this is the slide I want to look at. It says geothermal energy for power production is available around the clock, 365 days a year. And the EIA report lists geothermal power as having the highest capacity factor, 92% of all energy sources discussed, including oil and gas. And that really shocked me. If this is true, then this is going to be a big cash cow for metamaterials. But if it isn't, then it's a big sham. But anyhow, but if it is true, let's say it is true. Uh, saying coal is 85% uh, capacity factor, and gas is 87%. So gas is second highest, and the other energy sources, alternative types of energy, we have biomass, 83%. The capacity factors for wind was 34%, solar was 25%, and the last one was solar PV, well, 25%. I'm not sure what PV stands for, but anyhow, 20% for solar a la carte, and solar PV was 25%. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to do this video. This is why I'm re-recording, is because of this one slide, essentially. So I'm going to save you time. Like I said, I don't want to waste people's time, and maybe that's why it really didn't upload correctly, because it's a big waste of time. Okay. I should say it's a big waste of time to watch the video as it was, especially without any sound. But doing it this way, we can see this under contract, Dartmouth-based metamaterial, talking about how the energy will be much more efficient when you're talking about a geothermal source of energy. Okay. Talking about greenhouse gas emissions, plutons will use a Seebeck effect. So this is a lot cleaner than oil and gas, according to these articles and websites here. So just jumping ahead a little bit more. So that's the end of that video. But it seems I'm looking at that last slide. I want to focus on that one. So it's saying here, utility scale geothermal power at 4 cents per kilowatt hour. So this compares much better. This is a big improvement from uh, the current cost of 5.9 to as much as 10.1 cents. So this would make the power grid more efficient as well. So I really believe this is going to revolutionize the energy sector, and that's why I put that thumbnail up the other day. But I'm going to reuse that and delete the old video that does not have any sound. Okay. So as you can see, this is a 31-minute video, but you're getting it in much less time, probably a third of the time. I think this will be a 10-minute video. Okay, so here are the posts. I'm not sure what the big update was, but essentially saying that more metamaterial shares are going to the dark pool. I think that's just a recurring event that is going to keep going on until it stops. But they can't keep doing so with impunity. So a reckoning is coming very shortly. We don't know when, but it might be right when it hits $6. It could be then. Okay. So hedge funds are not doing themselves any favors. They added another 24 million to their Meta tab, owing now 218 million. And Ortex is confirming some data, but again, I don't really trust Ortex, to be honest. Gives you a hint of what's going on, but it's not exactly accurate to the decimal point, or even I wouldn't trust my life on Ortex, to be honest, even though they do charge money for their services. So there's speculation going on regarding Covestro and metamaterials. Is that the same product being developed with Wei Ray? And they cannot confirm because there's a lot of legal consequences if they do that. So they have to be cautious as to what they reveal, especially on Twitter, any public forum like that. Okay, George poking the Tesla meta rumor. So I think George liked a tweet talking about would you, there's the comment here. It says, would love to see a Tesla metamaterial partnership. And that seems to be a tweet that he liked. So I don't know. I think we're reading a little too much into that, but if there is a relationship, we will find out probably within the next 1 to 2 years. I don't think they're gonna wait too long to reveal a big megaton type news. But I mean, if I'm metamaterials, I'm George Palikaros. I'm not gonna wait more than 6 months from now to announce a big news catalyst, because to do so, if you keep shareholders, in suspense and basically nothing happening, people are going to move on. I'm not saying I'm moving on, but that's your average investor. They don't have a lot of patience, like most billionaires have lots of patience, and that's how they got there. They didn't get there by being impatient, by being impulsive. They were strategic in their decisions, and that's what this channel is trying to develop in myself and in other people. More patience and trying to take out the emotional quotient of the stock market and looking at things logically. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you very much for your time. Expect another upload very shortly. We're going to do the up-to-date update for Wednesday. So this is the update for Tuesday. Thank you very much for your time once again. And I apologize for the technical difficulties we've been experiencing, but hopefully things will run more smoothly from now on. So thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless your investments.